Hello, lovelies. I think I'm on. There I am. Hello, hello. Come on in. I do not want to see this on the big screen. No, I do not. Who is going to be the first one to say, good afternoon, good morning? Corliss, you win. Hi, Corliss. I see Jenny. Good to see you, everyone. Come on in. And Heather is in the house, so's Trisha. Good to see you, ladies. There's my girl, Cassie. She's ready to take notes for lunchtime. And Sharon's here. So is Yvonne from Whittier, California, my hometown. There's Marianne and Denise and Christina. Hello. Hi, Diane. It is Wise Women's, it's Wednesday. Come back. Come back. Don't give me Thursday. It's Wednesday. I saw Vanessa. And Margie. Angie's here as well. Kathy. Joanne. And Norma. Look at you all here. Hi, Judy. There's my girl, Gwen. And Amy. Happy Wednesday. Hey, listen, I'm telling you what, Jenny is just marching through the week. She thinks it's Thursday. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Marguerite, Heather. All the lovelies. Hi, Robin and Jenna. Look at you. You're here too. Yay. And Patricia. You've been here for a while. I'm so glad. Rosemary's here. And Liz. You see some of my coaching ladies. Marianne. She ordered her Wise Women supplements. They're going to look like this. Okay, just don't worry about it. They're not going to look like this because supply chain. You lost a day. Poor, I'll tell you what, nobody works harder than Jenny. Jenny is working like crazy. Hi, Yolanda and Wendy. We are getting so ready for this weekend. Let me just tell you, it's taking a lot. We are putting heart, mind, and soul into this. And I've got a surprise for you today. There will be a second broadcast because Marla's coming over after she gets her hair cut and we are doing tea time together. I can't give you an exact time. It will not be 3 o'clock. It'll be probably a little bit later, but just watch for it. We're going to be doing that because we are playing with all of our things. We're getting dinner ready. We are preparing. We are preparing. Yes. So anyway, we are super excited about this week. We're super excited about Saturday, and you know that. There's Maggie. And I'm going to tell you what, you guys, sometimes you just got to take a chance and just go for it. That's, I'm going to tell you what this is for me. When we decide to do something, it's like, this is the whole setup. How can we help our ladies move the needle? And I'm not just talking about the needle between your toes when we're looking at our weight, but how do we make so that we can impact your life and have you take that impact and actually apply it? That's exactly what this weekend is all about. That's why we're doing this on Saturday. So I'm excited about it. We've got a whole agenda. I mean, I have been preparing like a crazy woman. Oh, Wise Women, you want to know about my Wise Women's dinner? Okay, so we have grilled pork loin that's been marinating. I've got a salad. I made my own version of Green Goddess. It has fresh basil, cilantro. It's my regular vinaigrette mixed up with that, and it's just delicious. It's very green. What else do we have? So we'll have that salad. We're gonna have spinach with it, and some other whatever goodies I can find from my refrigerator. Plus we have broccoli, not broccoli. We do have broccoli, but we're not having that. We're having Brussels sprouts. And the boys will be having some kind of potato thing because, men and potatoes. It's just like 2 + 2 = 4, right? Anybody know about that? I mean, your men, you can hot melt all you want, but as long as you give your spouse the food that you're eating, just drop a potato on your loved one's plate and we're good. It's really easy. It is that simple. So here's to Wise Women's Wednesday. I'm excited about it. Are you? I'm delighted about it because, you know, my brain is going 900 miles an hour. I'm getting July 6th, it's the next sprint. My brain is going 900 miles an hour. I'm getting ready for the weekend. I get ready for these shows every day. Constantly going. One thing that I'm super grateful for, though, is that I have, you know, I've really dialed my sleep in, so I'm getting a lot of sleep. And you're going to hear me a little bit this weekend about sleep. I just finished the sleep chapter in the book, and let's just say that so many of us are not getting enough sleep that you're going to want to tune in just for the information I'm going to throw down about sleep. It's just so crucial. Anyway, you guys went crazy on the glycozyme. Today, however, is we have a new supplement. The supplement of the week is Just Juice Veggies. Now, this is one of my favorite supplements simply because, especially for you moms out there, if your kids aren't getting enough vegetables, good grief, it is time to move that needle. Every scoop contains 7 to 9 servings of fruit and vegetables. Did you know 87% of Americans don't get enough fruit? 91% of Americans do not eat enough vegetables. Do you know how that affects your energy levels, your mitochondria, your health, and your waistline? I'm telling you, if there's one thing that I could go and just plant a seed in everyone's head, it would be that, hey, I need to eat more vegetables. I need especially the green. I have yet to meet, and let me say this, I have been a nutritionist since the late 90s, okay? No, actually the earlier 90s. But I just, you know, like 94, I guess it was, is when I got my degree, or 93, 94, something around there. And you know what? Every single person I have ever coached has always had a lack of vegetables in their lives, especially the green ones. And every single food addict I've ever counseled has never had an issue with an addiction to green vegetables. Ruth, I'm glad vegetarians are great, but I've also counseled many vegetarians whose their idea of being a vegetarian was eating Kraft macaroni and cheese. So this is a huge deficit, and when we have those deficits, this is where inflammation comes in. This is where those cravings come in. We need to fill ourselves with the things that they need. This is a shortcut. You buy 3, I will send you a 4th one free. And you get free shipping. Free shipping, okay? What do you think? Ships free is the promo code. Grab this. We have exactly, I'm going to see how many do we have. We have 54 in stock. We went through that many glycozyme. We will run out. So she who plants the seed first is the one who's going to get the crop first. So make sure you are adding 3 in the cart. We will add the 4th one for you like we always do. If you put in the promo code ships free, you get it for free. And if you put other things in there and decide that you need some other stuff, go take it. You'll get a mindful mug from me too. Isn't that so cute? You won't be charged for it. I'll send it to you free. How do you take it? You just mix it with water. You can put it in with your smoothie. There's all kinds of stuff. Sometimes, and I didn't do it this time, maybe I'll do it tomorrow and show you, but sometimes I'll add my hot melt mix and I'll add a little Just Juice Veggies. It is an amazing cocktail. It's beautiful. It feeds your cells. This is the thing that I want you to take and listen to me. Please listen to me on this one. When we are fed on the cellular level, it works its way out to our skin. We start in the middle though. Our bodies take up what it needs. So if you're complaining about the condition of your skin, you're complaining about that you have saggy skin or the wrinkles or whatever it is, please don't. You got to just be really super careful with that. All right, you got to do collagen. You got to do intermittent fasting. You got to get your nutrition levels up and sleep, hydrate, all the things. There you go. I dropped all the truth bombs on you. You can take all of that to the bank. It's really important stuff. And you know, I'm telling you, the other thing is this does not contain alfalfa. One of the things that I have seen over and over again with greens is that they contain alfalfa. Now, alfalfa is cheap filler. And also, if you have an autoimmune disease like I do, like I have Hashimoto's, it can cause a cascade of symptoms and start rearing its ugly head. You got to stay away from that stuff. No fillers. You want the pure stuff. This is all, that's what exactly what this is in. And if you go to savingdinner.com and click on the supplements on the page, it's up on the right-hand corner, you can read all about Just Juice Veggies. But you know, it has 4 grams of fiber. It has digestive support for you. It is fantastic stuff. It tastes good. The kids love it. Come on. This is what you need for your kids. This is amazing stuff. All right. Questions on Friday will happen. Q&A is this Friday. If you're interested, send an email in to support@savingdinner.com. And so what you need to do is go to, there it is. That's the thing. It's the Just Juice Veggies 2.0. And then what you need to do is just send an email to support@savingdinner.com. And in the email, all you have to say is, on the subject line, question for Leanne on Friday, I will answer it for you. Nutrition, cooking, whatever. Yes, you can. Heather, what a sweetheart. Listen to you. Heather, be in touch with Jenny if you would. Jenny will help you out. Heather wants to bless somebody with a conference. How sweet. What a sweetheart. This Saturday, you know what this is? This Saturday is this. The most creative act you will ever undertake is the act of creating yourself. Bingo. This is what wise women do. They recognize when there's a problem, and instead of just beating themselves up for it, they look at, how can I recreate that? How can I fix that? You know, if you can get out of the weeds of all the complaining and the whining and all the other stuff and start having an analytic look at what it is, we can fix that. So I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to talk about this because, you know, I have said to you before that when we are in an abusive relationship with food, we need to break up with that food like a bad boyfriend. You know, how many of you have had a bad boyfriend? I can, you know, or a husband. We can all, you know, I think a lot of us all have had some kind of an experience where we went, red flag, that guy's got to go. You know, something was not right, and we felt it in our knowing. You know, we felt it deeply, and we said, that's enough of that. But, you know, sometimes it's in our mindset. And we cannot break up with our mindset, but we can break up with an abusive mindset if we're self-abusing. If we have this old pattern, we can get rid of it. We can clear the decks, y'all. And I'm just going to say this from a point of been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. This is exactly the thing that needs to happen in order for you to move on into something new. You know, it is like a bad boyfriend. You can't get a good boyfriend until you break up with a bad boyfriend. You can't do two. Well, you can, but, you know, good luck with that. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. So I'm going to talk about the 8 signs that it's time for you to break up with your negative mindset. And then I'm going to give you some things that you can do to flip it. And this is all stuff, I want you to write it down. Seriously, go get a paper and pencil. I'll wait. No, I'm just kidding. Come back and re-listen to this if you haven't got a chance to write it down. But if this is a struggle that you've had, I understand. And let me just first empathetically put my hand out to you and say, it is not the end of the world. A lot of us have this negative thing going on in the back of our heads, and we have the opportunity to change it. To change it, we first need to recognize it, okay? And that's why I'm giving you the signs of what this looks like. Then I'm going to give you a plan to start breaking up with it. Because here's the thing. When we have all of this stuff in place and when we understand this, don't you wish it was just like, oh, I'm going to listen to that broadcast and one and done, and then it's all good? It doesn't work that way. It is an incremental thing, and it takes a little bit of work. It is so worth it, though. It will change your life, because everything is based on what it is that you think about yourself. Everything. So let's talk about this. Here are 9 signs it's time for you to break up with your abusive mindset. The very first one, guess what? You're no self-care. You don't take care of yourself. You're walking into the dressing room with an armful of clothes and wearing an old bra that was your nursing bra because you don't think you're worthy of wearing a new bra. That was me. You don't put makeup on. You don't get your hair done. You don't take care of yourself. You know, all of that's for everyone else, but you are the last on your list. That sound familiar? Maybe there's an abusive mindset there to yourself. And number 2 is you are negative about your hopes and dreams. As a matter of fact, you think about something or someone says, yeah, you would be really great at that. Oh, no, that's for everyone else. You put it all down. You don't believe in your hopes and dreams. You don't think that you're worthy of having even those hopes and dreams. And you're constantly putting yourself down for even attempting a thought at that. Denise, if that's you, I want you to listen to everything I have to say today, and I hope you write it down. I don't want this for anyone, because this is, to me, prison. This is prison, being a prisoner in your own world. You have to have the tenacity to take a look at all of this, and that's why we're talking about it today. Number 3, you see others getting past the negativity, but you choose to believe that you cannot. Now let's just look at this for a minute. We have a smaller community in the Sprint community, and it's been so amazing. I have thought to myself that I have never seen a more dynamic community. It's true, because they're so amazing. But I've also seen people in there who do not believe in their capacity to change. They don't believe in themselves. And as a matter of fact, they see everybody else and they compare themselves. And they say, well, it's good for her, but it's not for me. That can never happen for me. If that's what you think when you see somebody succeeding and you compare yourself and you think it's for them but not for you, there's a sign. Here's one that's really going to hurt you guys, especially those of you who grew up in alcoholic homes. You're going to know this one. You are a master pretender. You pretend everything is great. Oh, it's great. How are you doing? Great. Inside you're suffering. Inside you're hurting. And yet you kind of can't put your finger on it. But there's a lot of pain there. But you pretend that everything is just hunky-dory, don't you? You know? Put on a happy face. Your mama told you to do that after all. And everything is just, unicorns and snowballs. Just lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. And you are depressed. And you feel terrible. And you're back into these habits that are just feeding into that whole horrible thing. But you put on that pretty face when you go out, and at church you're just that nice person. Everywhere you go, it's nice, 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 but you're suffering inside. Number 6 is you spend no time on yourself, no time on your thoughts, no time on self-improvement, no reading good stuff, none. You're not filling your mind with the good stuff. You're filling your mind with your negativity and your over and over and over again thoughts. And the thought of even stopping isn't even a thought. It's just there. This is just what you do. On and on. It's like a treadmill. Over and over and over again. Painful, but happening. Number 7 is you isolate. You get into the community, you think this is going to be great, and then you go, oh, gee, this is just not for me. And you're gone. And I'm wondering, gee, what happened to so-and-so? She had this very vulnerable message out there, then all of a sudden she leaves. This is a sign when you are leaving yourself behind. This is a sign that you are not signed up to be in your life, to be taking care of business, and to be dumping the old stuff that you have proven over and over again doesn't work. Have you noticed that? It doesn't work. Maggie number 5 is pretending. You're a pretender. So when you isolate and you don't have any community, who do you have to talk to? Yourself. And who's giving you any good messages? Not yourself. You're not giving yourself good messages because you don't believe in yourself. There's this abusive thing that's happened over many, many years. You've got to dump it. You got to dump. I'm going to show you what to do with this. I'm not just going to leave you with all of this and say, see ya. That'd be evil. That would just be evil. But I'm letting you know that, hey, these are signs, you know, these are symptoms. These are symptoms. We all have them. Or sometimes all. But the fact is that if we become present with what this is about, we have an opportunity to flip it. And I'm going to give you those things here in just a minute. Let's get to the last one. The last one is you might be a complainer. Maybe you complain. I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to say it. There is somebody who is on Marla's Fly Ladies thing, you know, day after day, completely negative, always negative. Why? Why show up and spread that negativity? Don't. You know, I'm going to block her because I don't want to see it anymore. When I see a message of hope and I hear a message of somebody saying something that's an override of something negative that's going on in the world or whatever, I hold on to that. I don't need that negative naysayer. It's like having a little pebble in your shoe. Everything fits fine, everything is great, but there's this one little nagging thing. Do you want to be that person? If you're doing that to yourself too, it's painful. It hurts. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. Pain, agony, torture, and not necessary. We become whiners, complainers, drama llamas, even. And the reason that we do this, it's a coping mechanism from the pain that we felt in the past. But what good is it doing? What is it doing to change the trajectory of your life? Except to underscore the fact that nobody wants to listen to you. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I just said? I want to block that woman. I want to block her because I don't need her negativity in my life. She's awful. She might be a wonderful person, but her negativity has no reason, no help whatsoever. And if I see people, do you know how long people last on my site when they're negative like that? They're blocked. If they come into my into my personal Facebook or whatever, they're blocked. I don't have time for that. I have my own negativity that I have going on in my head that I'm dealing with. I don't need somebody else's echo, a complete stranger. Knock it off. Drop them like they're hot. Say goodbye. Sayonara. Get rid of the drama llamas. Get rid of all of the negativity. Get rid of the whiners and cut it off. And if you hear yourself saying that, start asking questions. What's this about? How is this going to help me? How is this going to help me to create the vibrant life that I want to lead? Do vibrant lives and whining go hand in hand? Have you ever seen that? Do you see the people who are vibrant and who are excited about their lives? Do you see them whining and complaining all the time? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, do you run from the whining and the complaining all the time? Of course you do. You want life. You want it on your terms, and your terms have nothing to do with that kind of negativity. No, nothing, not a thing. So how do we do this? How do we make the flip? I'm going to give it to you. Drop it like a hot potato, says June. You betcha. Drop it like it's hot, because it has no bearing on your life. Not the kind of life you want to lead, not what you're telling me anyway. So we have to recoil from this in horror, in absolute horror. I'm not kidding. Like, what the heck? Get out. Leave me alone. bad company corrupts good morals. You ever heard that one before? We are known by the company that we keep. And the bad company, we let the negativity in. It is corruption and corrosive, and it takes us down. There is no such, yeah, exactly. There is no vibrancy whatsoever. Old Snoop Dogg's on. I don't know that one. Oh, okay. But we'll go with Snoop Dogg. But bad company corrupts good morals is from Proverbs. You know? And I'm gonna give you the goods right now. This is what you do instead. These are the flippers. The first thing is you change the script. If you see these things coming along, if you have that little bit of negativity, you have the opportunity to say, you know what, I hear it, I see it, I'm gonna flip it. I'm not gonna say this anymore. Drop it like it's hot. There we go. Yeah, drop it like it's hot. I think that is Snoop, isn't it? Anyway, but we can drop it like it's hot. Nope, that's not working for me. Instead, I'm going to say this, and I will, I'm going to talk about it in a minute, really, but that's what a journal's for. A journal can do a flippity flip. Now, when my daughter was in junior high and high school, we used to do pro-con sheets all the time, you know, and I've shown you how to do this. You just take a sheet and you write down all the pros. What are the pros of being negative? How's it helping you? What is this doing for your life? And on the other side, what are the pros for being positive? How does this build and create the life that you want to lead? What you think about expands. So if you're going to be all negative and thinking about that continually, that expansion is going to get really ugly. That is a hand of God promise. It's going to get super ugly because you're never going to believe in anything except the negative. You can't flip negative if that's what you only dwell on. Number 2 is understand this. These are 2 principles. This is the stuff that I have that is just, this came to me in the middle of the night, and this is how this whole thing came. Feelings are fleeting. How we feel for the moment is a fleeting thing. It's a little bit of a body chemistry. It's a thought that comes in first, then it's a feeling that kind of floods us, and then it's gone. You know, same thing happens to us when we're having a craving. That is a fleeting thing. If we can wait it out, if we can wait those things out, we can overcome them. But facts, on the other hand, are foundational. Feelings are fleeting. Facts are foundational. And here's a fact, that God doesn't create garbage. He creates everyone on purpose at the time that he creates them for a reason that's beyond anything that we know about. So we always have to go back to the foundational thought. We have to go back to that foundational thought. What are we? Who are we? In whose image are we created in? We talked about that in pretty big depth on Sunday. But this is huge, you guys. This is the mindset that needs to happen. And this is how we unplug from all that negativity that's bringing us down. We plug into, okay, this is making me feel bad. Unplug the emotion from it quickly, because we don't want to go down that path. And let's take a look at what the facts of this situation in particular is. That is the stuff that helps us to move beyond the drama llama business and get into the place of being a problem solver. You know, we oftentimes will say to the men in our lives, I don't need you to solve it for me, I just need you to listen. Well, that's fine. But you also, for yourself, you need to stop listening to yourself, and you need to move yourself into the problem solving. Problem solving is a good thing, and it's a skill that needs to be cultivated. It is a foundational skill. Go through the logic, step by step by step. How does this work? Write it down. We're never, ever handcuffed into this place of thinking that we have no way out. It's not true. So foundational are the facts. Think about it. What can I do instead? How can I think instead? Where are we instead? On and on and on it goes. So while we want to be heard, that's fine. but also go to the next step. Don't just stop at being heard. That's never enough, you know? I don't know about anybody else, but let me just tell you, I have done years of therapy, all kinds of therapy. And the place that I'm in, you know, right now with all the therapists I've ever had in my life is therapy, and talking about things and discovery is one thing. But without action, what does the Bible say about that? Without action, you know, without good deeds, your faith is dead. It's worthless. It doesn't show up. What you do shows up. What you do shows up before what you say. You can say all kinds of things, but, you know, I mean, if I were sitting here eating a box of Twinkies and telling you not to eat junk food, how seriously would you take me? Our actions need to prove themselves out. Foundational are the facts. And then at number 3, I'm going to say, I told you guys I just got my new Bible finally, and I'm so thrilled. Drink from the well. Drink from the everlasting fountain of life. Because there's so much wisdom in here, it'll boggle your mind. And when you when this is the stuff that you dwell on, these are the things that go into your heart, they come out into your life. Because this is everlasting. This will never, ever be old. This will never, ever, ever let you down. I want you to think about that. Get into it. And just, you know, go up. Go into Proverbs and just read a book of Proverbs a day. There's wisdom for days there. And something will strike you in the heart. That's for you. That's the thing that you need to be dwelling on for that day. I said oh gosh, I don't even know. Who you are shows up in what you do, not what you say, is what I said. Because your actions speak louder than words. We've seen that. But who you are shows up in what you do. When you do things, your action is what moves the needle. You know? We cannot be actionless. We have to do things that prove out the things that we say that we believe. Number 4 is take some time out. Take some time out for yourself. Take some time to journal. Take some time to build your morning rituals and your evening rituals. This time that you're spending for yourself. Do you know how critical this is? Because this is how you reformulate who you want to be. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. You know that. That's insanity. What you can, though, do is be creative. Be a creator and get in there and create a morning and an evening routine, not to just clean up your house, but to clean up your mindset. We have an opportunity to do that, and we can write these things out. We can prove it out with our actions, and we can be the women that we want to be simply by paying attention to these very simple things. And that day in, day out, it creates new pathways in our brains, and our brains start to get it. You know, our brains start to get it. And I will tell you this too, that if you're trying to break some kind of an addiction, and believe me, I understand all about, you know, food addictions or whatever, those addictions get broken one little bit at a time, day by day by day. And all of a sudden, you'll recognize and see that the craving that you had is gone. Yeah, we have the physiological things that we can do. This is why I nag you about taking your supplements every day and trying these different things, because they're physiologically proven to help. But it's not just that. It's also about wrapping your head around it. So take time every day for this stuff. It's critical. Number 5 is reframe it. Reframe the way you think. When you think of something that's negative and awful, oh, I look terrible, oh, I'm so fat, I'm so this, I'm so that, you can think of something else to say instead, right? You know what? I'm on my way. You know what? I'm doing the best that I can. You know what? I'm eating in a way that is going to help me to create the life that I want. You know what? I'm here. I'm doing the work. I'm proud of myself. Flip the thinking. Don't allow it. You know, you would not allow a stranger to walk up to your child and say, wow, you know, you're just kind of this crummy little kid. Who do you think you are? I mean, you would not. If they said something insulting about your kid, you'd be all over them like white on rice. Mama bear to the nth. Well, be a mama bear with yourself. Don't allow the negativity anymore. Journal about it. Use the tools. And if you are part of Take Back Your Life or Hot Milk Club and have the journal, the Take Back Your Life journal, or if you've signed up for our event, good grief, you're going to get it. You're going to get the journal, and you're going to learn how to create your vision for yourself in 90 days and what to do in the morning and what to do in the evening so that you can get those goals accomplished. That's huge. It's really, really huge. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're not coming on Saturday, you are missing out. You can have what you want, is what I'm trying to say. You can have exactly what you want. Yes, it's going to take a little work. Yes, it's going to take a little doing. But I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be the best work you've ever done in your life. It is going to change your life. Journaling, putting it all out there, talking with a body clutter buddy, being accountable, doing the work. Ask Joanne. She says yes, and it works. Joanne has changed everything. She's changed her whole entire trajectory of her life, not just in the weight loss, but just in the way she even broaches life. You know why? She got in there and did the work. She started flipping the thinking. She started becoming the version of herself that she wanted. That was her focus. And that can be your focus too. And that's what this Saturday is all about. And if you haven't seen it yet, go to savingdinner.com/house. All the information is there. Everything. Plus the swag bag is going to blow your mind. It's $140 worth of stuff. Good, juicy stuff. All things that are geared to support this journey. And the last thing is, keep good company. Please, keep good company. If you've got a negative Nelly that you get on the phone with and regularly complain with, what do you expect? That's your feedback loop. And it's just negative, 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 negative. Stop it. You need to create for yourself the vision that you want. You need to create for yourself the people that you need to support you. You need to be in a group, and you need to be doing it daily. And then you need to develop an even further system. This is why we have Body Clutter Buddies, who's going to keep you accountable, and you're going to keep her accountable, and you're going to be there to cover each other's backs. There's only so much I can do. I show up on a daily basis. I coach my clients every single week, and I love it. But I can't be there. I can't be your body clutter buddy. But there is someone who can. And when you have that kind of a relationship, the studies show, and the research is extraordinarily clear, especially when you go to the place of being accountable, you know what happens? 97% of you become successful in reaching those goals. 97%. And it's from doing the work. And if you don't believe me, ask Joanne. She's here because she shows up every single day. She's doing the work. So that's what I have for you today. This is what wise women do. They flip the switch. They flip the script. They look at what it is that's not working and decide to do the things that will work. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to rock your world on Saturday. Marla and I are going to get up there, and everything is going to be full force. It's going to be like a fire hose. Take good notes, great notes, okay? Take great notes. And I'm going to tell you one further thing. Write them out in your hand. Do you understand? There's a mind, hand. We have a connection that goes right through the carpal tunnel into our brain. And it gets in there even better than if you just typed up the notes. I want you fully present. I want you in there. I want you asking questions. And I want you to leave so full that you need to duct tape your head shut. Oh, I'm so excited about this weekend. And if you have any questions whatsoever, of course, send them in to me. Of course, we will take care of it. What do I need to bring to the conference? You need to bring, I always recommend a pencil with an eraser. I'm adamant about that because I don't like crossing things out. But if you prefer, then bring a pen. You might also want one of these, a highlighter. You might want, I have a whole sheet of gold stars. Put gold stars on stuff. And when something lights you up, I want you to underline it. I want you to put a light on it. Here's what I know, that when we're in these kind of things, that something is going to drop on you like a 10-pound, you know, like flour from dropping on your head from up on the ceiling. You know, like, what was that? It's going to happen. And when those things happen, I want you to write them in your journal. And I have one other assignment that I want for you to do, want you to do, okay? When you come to this conference, you're going to be, like I said, you're going to feel like you got hit with a fire hose. I want you to promise me this. Pinkies up, pinky promise, that Sunday morning, after a good night's sleep, after a good dinner, Sunday morning, you're going to get into your journal and you're going to go through and read the whole thing. Read the whole thing. Read how you translated this for yourself. Okay? And don't forget, even if you can't come, you will, you know, you don't even have to show up. You're going to get a copy of this and you will have the replay for the rest of your life. You can go back and get all the stuff together. You can mark which ones, the things that just were, you know, mind-blowing. I would also advise you to put the timestamp on it. You know, like, so if at 10:45 Marla said something that blew your head, put 10:45 a.m. Marla said blah, blah, and you want to go back and listen to it again. But this is the kind of stuff, this is what we're doing, you know? It is a Pinkies thing. This is what we're doing. You guys, I can't wait. And those of you who are going to be there, my heart to yours. I'm going to deliver as best I can. If you need anything, you reach out. Okay? Jenny's going to be there, and this is going to be like one of the most incredible experiences of your life. I promise you. Pinkies up, ladies. Let's do this. All right. Thank you for joining me today. It is Wise Women's Wednesday. So go be wise for the rest of your day. Go practice some of this good stuff. You have a troll in here? Oh, we'll find him. Whatever. All right. Peace be with you. Love you guys. Bye.